Lester, tonight the Israeli military confirms that fighter jets have struck a number of Hamas targets inside the Gaza Strip. The Israeli military says the targets struck were used for the militant group's terror operations. Officials say the strikes were in response to Hamas launching incendiary balloons from Gaza into southern Israel. This is the first eruption of violence in Gaza since the ceasefire was announced that put an end to an 11-day war. On Tuesday, thousands of Israelis marched through East Jerusalem as part of a controversial flag-waving procession. Police in riot gear blocked off streets and clashed with Palestinian protesters. Israel's new Prime Minister, Naftali Bennett, is just 3 days into his first term. He's previously taken a tough stance on Hamas. This is being seen by some as his first test as Prime Minister. Lester?
He is.
The FBI says January's riot at the Capitol was a turning point for the conspiracy movement QAnon, with some followers dropping out, disappointed that the promises of the person behind it, known as Q, haven't come to pass. But others, the FBI says, may become so frustrated they turn more to violence, such as, quote, harming perceived members of the cabal, such as Democrats and other political opposition. The report says QAnon is also losing audience, with social media platforms blocking it. The Biden administration's new strategy on countering domestic terrorism calls for more cooperation with social media companies to spot terrorist trends. But the Homeland Security Secretary tells NBC News the government will not investigate any group over its beliefs, protected as free expression.
We are not targeting speech. We are not attacking speech. What we are focused on is violence.
The strategy calls for more investigators to better spot potential violence fueled by ethnic hatred, like 2019 shooting at a Texas Walmart. The Attorney General says the strategy encourages reporting behavior that could signal domestic terrorism.
The FBI reports that roughly 50% of our cases originate from tips and leads from law enforcement or private sector partners and private citizens.
Candidate Biden called for a domestic terrorism law, providing more authority to investigate violent groups. But today's strategy doesn't call for one, seeking more time to figure out how that would work.